You know, there's a man in the Bible by the name Shemaiah. And Shemaiah decided to stone David and spit on David and curse David. And when David was dying, David called his son. He said, son, come here. So the son came and said, listen, there is a man living very close to you. His name is Shemaiah. I know you are a good son. Look at David, though. This man David, David was something else. Listen, I know you were a very smart young man. You know what to do. In other words, I couldn't kill him because everybody will say I killed him. And this man Shemaiah apologized to David. And David swore to him by the Lord, I will not kill you. He swore to the man, I will not kill you. In the name of the Lord, I will not kill you. And then when he was dying, he calls his son and he says, kill him. I can't do it. But you should. And so now the son says, Shemaiah, he says, yes, king. I bow. Build yourself a house right here and make sure you don't cross the river Gidron. Because the day you cross, today, he says the day you cross, your head will be gone. And Shemaiah did not ask why. There are many times we don't ask why. And because we don't ask why, that is the reason why our lives are where it is. I have started preaching. He did not ask why. Solomon, King Solomon, you are a wise man. Why are you telling me that I should not cross the river Kidron? And he never said this. He says, okay, whatever you say is good. Whatever the king says is good. He has no idea that the day is coming. The enemy has plotted it in such a way that his servants were going to run away. And Shemaiah was going to go after the servant. And when Shemaiah went after the servant, there are spirits around us. They call them make sure. I like that, Jesus. The make sure spirit. Make sure she doesn't progress. Make sure she doesn't make it. Make sure the marriage collapses. Make sure he's homeless. Make sure there are make sure spirits all around us. And yet we are sitting down comfortably doing nothing. When a make sure spirit is at work in your life, the make sure spirit sends spies. How did Solomon know that Shemaiah ran or went after his servant? Because there were spies that were monitoring him. I'm preaching. Somebody said preach. I'm preaching. And so now Shemaiah now is called and summons again to Solomon. He comes to Solomon. Solomon said, didn't I tell you, Shemaiah, that the day you cross the river, you are in trouble? Didn't I tell you? He says, yes. He says, well, I was told that you crossed the river. Now, Solomon was not a watchman going around monitoring him. It means that when Solomon gave that order, he also signed a physical somebody to follow him. You know, the other day, I was sharing with my family when we were coming, and I was doing something at the bank, and I couldn't, with the internet, I couldn't figure it out. And so I called the bank. Now, when I called the bank, the representative I spoke with, she says, oh, we have come up with this thing here, there's a possibility. Sometimes people now log onto your stuff and they get your PIN number and so now they are activating this thing that it will be your voice activating or activation. And so if you forget about your password and you call us, if we can match says your voice. And so if you will give me permission, I will now connect your voice to your account. Are you listening? And then they will play it again for you to hear. So me, curious, I said, I want to try. So now, the lady asked me, what's your name? I mentioned my name. And then she played it back, and I'm hearing myself. I said, wow. When I became born again, and I was being taught as a child in God, I was told that in the last days there'll be wars and rumors of wars, and there'll be earthquakes and famines. And I thought that when I'm 100 years old and I die, that is when some of these will happen. And trust me, scriptures are being fulfilled right before us. I'm continuing from where I left off. Shemaiah was just by the way. 1 Samuel chapter 25. A man by the name Nabal is married to a beautiful woman by the name Abigail. Let's look at Proverbs chapter 9. Then I'll connect it to Abigail. Proverbs chapter 9. Can you put it up there for me? Proverbs chapter 9 verse 13. If I can get it in a different translation. This is King James. King James says, a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. I didn't write the Bible. A foolish woman is clamorous. She's simple and she knows. Don't go and say that woman of God came and said something, but it's not in the Bible. That is why he quoted it. Who is a foolish woman? A foolish woman is one that will go and buy a $1,300 handbag, $13 handbag, and yet your children have no shoes for school. You are a foolish woman. Why are you looking at me like that? If it's not true, I won't say it. A foolish woman will go and buy one pair of shoes, and the shoe is $700, and yet your rent is not paid. You are a foolish woman. A foolish woman is one that will go and join other people to talk about your husband. You are a foolish woman. Oh, women, are we here? I know after service some of you will not like me, but that's okay. I still love myself. You know, I look at myself in the mirror and I say, hey, Sylvia, baby, you are nice. Mwah. Do you know how many times I give myself a kiss in the mirror? Because the Bible said, love your neighbor as yourself. Now, if you don't love yourself, how are you going to love somebody? So I have to first love me. Hey, Papa, thank you. And so now Abigail, the Bible says she was a beautiful woman, but she was a woman full of understanding. When you get a chance, read it. Okay? The whole. But I want us to start from 23. Let's start from 23. 1 Samuel 25:23. You know, there is something that happens to me anytime I minister. I hear, when I get to a point, my right ear opens and I hear songs, and as I hear them, I sing them. Okay, so if you hear me singing, it happens to me once in a while. You know what I'm hearing? You are my strength when I am weak. You are my treasure that I seek. You are my all seeking you as a precious jewel. Lord, to give up, I will be a fool. You are my all. All right, let's put it on the shelf. 23. Jesus, love. And when Abigail saw David, please get the first service, get the CD and you can. And when Abigail saw David, number one, she hasted. Number two, she lifted off the ass. No, she hasted and lighted off the ass. Number two, she fell before David. Number on her face. Number three, she bowed herself to the ground. 24. And fell at his feet and said, upon me, my Lord, upon me, let this iniquity be, and let thy handmaid, I pray thee, speak in thy audience, and hear the words of thy handmaid. Continue for me. Let not, my Lord, I pray thee, regard this man of Belial. Now, anytime, bring it down a little. Anytime you read the Bible and you see Belial, it stands for the child of the devil. Abigail is calling the husband the child of the devil. Because remember, the Bible says that Nabal means foolish. The man was rich, but the man was foolish. Have you ever encountered a man like that? Rich but very foolish. Oh, somebody's not all the time. And so now Abigail, number one, Abigail came off the ass. Number two, the Bible said that she bowed herself. Number three, the Bible said that she knelt on, she went on her feet. Now, Abigail understands worship. What is happening, the whole thing here, it looks like Abigail is literally in a position of worship. And so this woman is beautiful. This woman is good understanding. And she knows how to be very humble as well. There are beautiful women. They are very beautiful. Oh, they are beautiful. There are some women when you see them, you wonder if they use the restroom. Oh, I mean, with all jokes aside. But then let the night come. And they are taking off the shorts they bought from. The other day, somebody told me something. There is this women's store. Why are you laughing like that? There is this women's store. Victoria. There is some secret to it too. Hi. And so, they go there and they buy this thing. They don't have ATM. Those of you, if you are not here, you missed it. ATM, I'm not talking about the machine, please. The ATM, I'm talking about your African trademark. Oh. The African trademark is bavoom, bavoom, bavoom. And some don't have it at all. I mean, that is the way God created them. It's wonderful. And so now, Victoria's Secret decided, I am going to do something that will give some of these people some good ATM. And so the man is looking at you and the man says, wow, what a woman. Hey, the man is looking. Pastor, the way you are laughing, Papa. So the man is looking at you and says, wow, look at this woman. This woman is fearfully made. Some are wonderfully made. Oh, wonderfully and fearfully. Say, this woman, my God, look at her. And so the man sees you are a good class. The man sees the ATM, and then this morning this pastor gave me another word, logo. And so the man sees the logo, and the man sees the ATM, and the man thinks, whoa, look at this woman. This woman is something. And then the man marries you nicely and takes you home. That is when you are a good class. You are a very good class. Now, the secret that you and Victoria have. You and Victoria, there's a secret between the two of you. If you see anybody whose friend is Victoria, there's some strange secrets. And so now you remove Victoria's secret, and the logo, the cushion in the logo, you take it out. Now the man is looking at you and says, what in God's name? Now you take off the eyelashes. The eyelash is off. Oh, and the man is now, oh Jesus, what have I gotten myself into? And now the man is looking for the next thing. And then the next thing is the wig. Pam. Now, let me say something to you. Sometimes people come to church and they are all dressed up, and you see the wig, you see the hair. Somebody say, wow, that woman has beautiful hair. Let me tell you, that is not a hair. She bought that hair. Sometimes they use their credit card, they have not even finished paying for it. And yet you want them killed. You have no idea the woman is struggling to pay the... No, don't laugh too much. And so now Abigail hears that Solomon is coming after them to kill the husband and everybody in the house. Now Abigail now decides, I'm going to do something. Abigail now gets to the man, sees David coming. She gets off the donkey. Abigail now comes. I want you to just picture the whole scene. Abigail, a beautiful woman, an intelligent woman. Everything about Abigail is natural. The smile is natural. They didn't have makeup. Today, in our time, we are helping Mary Kay to make money. We are helping Mark. And also, mostly all these people, Papa, most of them are gay. And we are buying their product. Hey! Zabandi Batumahadoze. She says she's no more buying. Now, if this woman doesn't buy and she comes to church, hey, sometimes wait, we have to find a way. Now, you see, I was in a church the other day in Maryland. I was ministering in Virginia. And it was a women's conference. Now I tell the women, I say, you see, when you see another woman, you are so jealous of the woman. You think that she has it all. But behind the makeup are scars. Oh, there are scars. And so, you know what I did? I asked somebody to go and buy wives. And they brought a lot of wives. And I said, everybody take one. By the time we were done, the women were weeping. There was not one eye in the sanctuary. Women were weeping. Why? Because the fact that you have used makeup to cover your scar doesn't mean that you are not hurting. A whole bunch of us are hurting. And yes, we use makeup to cover it up. And when you come to church, somebody is envying you, and yet they have no idea that you are hurting. First, when I said it, they were laughing. They thought it was a joke. But then when they started removing I said, get close to your sister. I said, and look at the skin. You see scars. And most of us are scarred. Some were raped. Some were molested. And you never spoke to anybody about it. Sometimes some are married and yet verbal abuse. They are being abused all the time. And these women come to church and they cover it up. Abigail, naturally beautiful. And Abigail comes and sees David and she bows. I want you to picture it. She goes on her knees. And when Abigail bows, the next thing Abigail said, he says, unto me, my Lord. Abigail is taking the blame of something she has not even done. And so now she takes all the blame. And Abigail says, I believe the king says, stand up, stand up. He says, well, now, let me gain an audience with you. I don't want your mighty men to hear what I want to tell you. And so now, I believe they move aside. David said what? Meanwhile, David is checking her out seriously. One day, when we see David, we will look to see if he was tall or he was short. The man knew how to get the best. He's a warrior. He's a psalmist. He's a worshiper. Listen, everything you can think of is embedded in one man, David. Now, who wouldn't want that man? Somebody said, I want one. And so now, this woman comes and she bows down. She said, with all my beauty. The Bible says, the 20 and the 4 elders, they bow and they lay their crowns. The crown that is made with pure gold. They come and they bring their crowns. They lay it. Their prestige, their schooling, their knowledge. They have so much degrees and yet they know how to worship. We come to church. So you have $1,000 in your account. Everybody have to call you Oga. You come to church. You have $1 million in your account, or you have a much higher degree than everybody in the church. And so now you come to church and, my darling, you are not the object of worship. They wait until worship is going on and they walk majestically to church. See me see trouble. Everybody have to bow. Meanwhile, you are just beautiful, but in here there is nothing. Because a woman that have common sense will know that the one who created me is the one I'm coming before. And I have to come to church early. And when I come and worship is going on, I go on my knees. And I say, Lord, without you, I am absolutely nothing. And sometimes you sit in his presence and you say, let your image be seen in me. Let your likeness be seen in me. This woman, Abigail, is beautiful and yet she knows how to worship. The Bible says she went on her face. And David is looking at this woman. And David is saying, wow, this woman is beautiful. And yet she knows how to worship. Now Abigail worships. Get on the floor. David says, get up. She gets up. Now she says, my Lord, I want to talk to you. She brings David to the side. And he says, everything that my husband did, it is no more my husband, it is me. Put the blame on me. Now look at what happened. Just as Abigail made that statement from her mouth, the prophetic atmosphere was stirred up. Look at it. You are a woman and you can't even pray for your husband. You are a woman. When people are talking about your husband, you applaud them. You don't know how to protect your husband. The other day I was saying, your husband comes to church. You don't even check what your husband is wearing until you come to church and the pastor says, I'm going to anoint everybody's feet. My dear, hurry up. Let's go to church, my dear. So, my dear, get up. And the man is coming to church and there are holes in his socks. Look at the way the pastors are laughing here. Pastor says now it's time to anoint everybody's feet. Or whilst the man is preaching, he picks up your husband through the spirit. He says, come. The man comes there. He said, take off your shoes. Meanwhile, his wife dressed to kill. The woman is seriously dressed. And yet, the socks in your husband's shoes. You have money to do everything else. You cannot buy socks for your husband. Even if he's not giving you the money and you work. Can you just go get some socks for the man? We can't do that. We want to do what we want to do. And yet we come to church, Papa, and we are the first people to lift up our head. Well, we stand and lift up our hands, for the joy of the Lord is my strength. And you have no joy. You just cursed your husband in the house. We bow down and worship him now. How great, how awesome is he. And you are dancing. And your husband is wondering, is my wife suffering from bipolar? Because the man just cursed me in the house. The woman, and now she's in the church roaming on the floor. Oh, Holy Ghost, bam. And you are falling on the floor. And the husband is saying, oh my God. No wonder your pastor, your husband will go and talk to the pastor and says, Pastor, my wife needs deliverance. Let me show you something in the word of the Lord. Go to it. Continue. Hurry. Oh my God. Look at verse 25. Let not my Lord, I pray thee, regard this man of Belial. Continue. 26, please, for me. Now therefore, this is Abigail speaking. Now therefore, my Lord, as the Lord liveth. Abigail was not a prophetess. The Bible never recorded anywhere when they were talking about the Miriams. And Abigail was not one of them. But when Abigail came in the audience of a man that carries God, a man that knows how to pray, a man that is a warrior, a man that can worship God, don't care, he will worship God with everything. David will come to a place, he says, bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. David is talking to his intestine, his kidney, everything in him. He said, bless. And everything in David's belly is blessing God with him. Just as Abigail comes in the presence of David with her humility, the prophetic atmosphere. Now Abigail is saying, I am not looking at this man as any ordinary man. I want to now position myself as a mother. And I'm going to speak into this man's life. And the prophetic atmosphere is stirred up. He says, yet a man is risen to pursue thee. Was talking about Saul. A man is risen to pursue thee, to seek thy soul. Look at the next prophetic declaration. But, go back, my dear. But, the soul of my Lord shall be bound in the bundle of life with the Lord thy God. Look at this woman. Look at this woman. And the soul of thy enemy. My God, when I came, I got to know this scripture. I said, my enemies are dead. She says, the soul of thy enemies, let them be slinged out. Where did Abigail learn all this from? When Abigail stood before the prophet, the prophetic atmosphere changed. Now, a woman who has never prophesied, a woman that is married to a fool, the woman is now speaking the mind of God. Them shall he sling out as the middle of a sling. Go on. Go on for me. And it shall come to pass, when the Lord shall have done to my Lord according to all the good that he has spoken concerning thee. What was he talking about? David becoming a king, whether Saul likes it or not. And Abigail says, all that God has said concerning your life, it is coming to pass. Now, what was Abigail doing? Abigail was only confirming and speaking the mind of God. A good woman knows how to speak to the husband even when the husband feels like throwing in the towel. A good woman knows how to wake the man up in the middle of the night and say, my dear, we may be going through now, but God is on our side and everything is going to be okay. When this woman said that, and shall have appointed thee ruler over Israel. Look at the next one. Let's go. We are done. That this shall be no grief unto thee, nor offense of heart unto my Lord, neither that thou hast shed blood careless, or that my Lord has avenged himself. But when the Lord shall have dealt well with my Lord, then remember thy handmaid. I see what others don't see, because I am a woman who have an eye of an eagle. I see what others don't see. And so she says, when God has brought you to where he wants you to be, don't forget me. Guess what happened? 10 days later, God strikes Nabal. God killed him. And I was wondering, it was David that wanted to kill the man. What has that got to do with God? What we don't understand, when you are dealing with anybody in authority, you are not dealing with them, you are dealing with God. And so now God says, David is my chosen one. Let me say something to you. When the Bible says, when Saul was being anointed, Saul was anointed with the vase of oil. It was a vase. But when it came to David, David was anointed with the horn. Two different things. It was the vase because the people demanded for a king. But the horn because God says, I chose him. Not anybody, I chose him. And so this woman knew that David was going somewhere. He might be pursued today, but he's going somewhere. He might be tattered today, but he's going somewhere. And David has surrounded himself with men that have power. Be careful who you surround yourself with, because your circle determines where you are going. David now gets to sit on the throne. Nabal is dead. When Abigail came from talking to Nabal, when he came, Nabal was having a party. Hey, read your Bible. Nabal was having a party. The man was drunk. So the woman could have said, look at you. Look at you. What is wrong with you? But you know what she did? She kept quiet until the next day. Read your Bible. She kept quiet until the next day when the wine have left him. He says, do you know David was going to kill us? And when the man heard it, the Bible said instantly he had a stroke. Read your Bible. His heart became like a stone and he paralyzed. The man had a stroke, and 10 days later, he died. And when Nabal died, and David heard that Nabal is dead, David is saying, who will not love a woman like this? A woman that is submissive, a woman that is beautiful, a woman that is intelligent. David says, go and fetch her. Bring her. Meanwhile, David was married to Saul's daughter. The man was something. So they bring Abigail. Now, when the servant went and they said, David said we should bring you because he wants to marry you. Do you know what Abigail did? Abigail says to the servant, your feet are dirty. Let me wash them. Read your Bible. Read your Bible. He says, your feet, you came from far, your feet are dirty. Let me wash your feet. And Abigail now goes on her knees and washes the feet. A woman married to a rich man, she wants her feet washed. What is she going to do washing your feet? Do you think she's afraid of you? No. She washed the feet of the servant that came. They took her to David, and she became David's wife. What am I saying to you? A foolish woman knows how to use her own hands to tear down her house. He doesn't know the family I come from. I will show this man. I will let this man know that I come from a rich family. You'll be single soon. Pretty soon you'll be single. There is something about every man. Every man have ego. Whether you want to accept it or not. Men, please accept it. It's a compliment. Every man has an ego. They want to be pampered. How I wish my husband was not here. But he's sitting right there. You know what? The day I had a shock, Papa, I traveled, went to do ministry. I came back. When I came, I said, you have not eaten. He said, I'm waiting for you. I said, may the Lord have mercy. You are waiting for me. He says, yes, and the food was right there. He said, I'm waiting for you. And that thing blew my mind. And so my question was, what have I been doing right that after I have gone to do ministry, the man is sitting there empty and he's waiting for me to come home? Na level, learn. She says na level, learn, my darling. Oga. Oga's for you, the way you are looking at me, it's like I will go and get the food, and if she comes and she asks me, there will be trouble. I've been married for 20 years and yet still, I pick up my husband's undershirt and I wash them with my hands. The way you are looking at me is like you have seen a ghost, you. Papa, the way. Young women, listen to me. This is not the time for you to take the world and put the world on your shoulder and think that everything is all right. Christians are living lives as if nothing is at stake. As if there is no tomorrow. As if nothing will happen. Rise up, young ladies. I went to a church and I was asking the women, go and, was it last week? Last week in Connecticut, go and tell somebody, if somebody has offended you, go and apologize. Tell them, I forgive you. You know what happened? There was one boy in the choir. 4 women went to him. Papa, 4 ladies. I don't even know why my eyes saw it. 4 ladies walked to him. I forgive you. I said, hey. One man, one young man, oh mama, and 4 women. I forgive you. And their facial expression means that the man said something to them and decided to do something else. I forgive you. I forgive you. So, me, knowing me, sometimes my husband doesn't like it when I do it, but I do. I said, come. Sir, come. I said, what have you done to these ladies? Because 4 of them. Pastor said he's a grandmaster. And all these women, listen. Put your life together. Put your life together. You will not stay like this forever. Put your life together. When I had my firstborn, I was 31 years old when I had my firstborn. And today, things are not the way it used to be. Some have to look for cushions too. The logo was standing nicely, but today the logo is somewhere else. It's part of life. It's part of life. We are. Sometimes we behave as if it's an abomination. No, it's part of life. Especially when you bring forth children who really don't want the bottle. Children who really love their mother, and so they decide, my darling, you are in trouble. Children who decide they don't want the bottle, they want their mother's breast. And there are certain children you cannot wean them off quickly. Those, especially if it's a boy, those are the people. Those are. If you marry a man who stayed long at the breast, you are in some serious trouble. You are in some serious. Hey, you are in some serious trouble. It's good to laugh in the house of the Lord. Now listen to me. Did you see what she's doing? She says, "Ayaya." Sometimes we come to church and the pastor is preaching and somebody says, "Oh my God, how I wish Emeka was here. I wish you were. I wish you were." Well, the reason why she's not in church is because the message is not for her. So when you come to church, don't be throwing the scriptures on people. Take it for yourself. Take it for yourself. Don't be throwing it. With that said, you come to church. It's summer. Yes, we all know it's summer. It's summer. And yet, you come to church with a dress, Papa. You come to church with this short dress that when you fall down, even the ushers have to close their eyes. And you bring it to church. And you know that you are coming to church. And these days, Papa, even grandma are dressing the same way. Grandmothers, oh Papa, grandmothers. And you are wondering where you are walking. You've bought this shoe, you can barely walk in. And so you are coming to church and you have this short skirt on, Papa. And you are coming to church and you can barely walk in that thing. Papa, I watch a Nigerian movie, I'm done. I watched a Nigerian movie and this lady was wearing, because everybody was wearing high heels, so she also wanted to wear one. And the lady was holding on to stuff because she could barely walk. And so the uncle, see uncle. So the man looked at her and said, which carpenter built this one? Because the thing looked like it was built by a carpenter. The uncle said, which carpenter built this one? Let's dress. Let me be very honest with you. I am 50 years old. And I'm not competing with my daughter because she's a young lady. And so I have to be like a young lady. There is parents, women that are competing with their daughters. You are old, for goodness sake. We see all the wrinkles, for goodness sake. Yeah, you have Botox in yourself. Well, we know Botox is there. But please, stop competing with your grandchildren. You see your grandchildren wearing high heel. You want to wear high heel. You break your leg and everybody have to be in trouble. What is the issue? Young men, don't marry a girl because she's beautiful. The Bible said that beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Let me share this with you and I'm going to let you go. I'll hand over to the woman of God. I met my husband at church. In church, oh Papa, not the nightclub. I never went to nightclub. I met my husband in church. When I met my husband, he was a serious stammerer. For my husband to say one word takes a long time. But there was something in this young man that maybe other people did not see. They only saw a man that was stuttering and probably saw nothing. But I saw a great man. I saw a man that knows how to take care. I saw all that in him. And so I said, you know what? I know around that time there were girls my age that were just laughing. Why does it look at this beautiful girl? What does he want with a man who can hardly say a sentence? But what they did not know, that in the dust is pure gold. And sometimes you have to take time and clean the dust. It may take time, but keep cleaning, because one day the pure gold will come out. And so I know I am on TV. I go anywhere, I say, hey. Sometimes you go places and people want to bypass you and they're going, man of God, man of God. I say, look at this rattle. Man of God, man of God, man of God. I say, hey, go ahead. Keep man of God in him. When the man was raw, Mama, why are you laughing like that? When the man was raw, and all the ladies in the church, nobody wanted him. You know what I did? There was even one particular lady I was trying to push. You remember? I was trying to push the lady to him. So after the man, God, we've been homeless I lost a son. And after all that, you want to come and take him. Ha! Come take. Come take. Come after the physical and the spiritual battles. You want to come take. Oh yeah, come take. I will show you. I'm not fighting you, but I'm going on my knees and let heaven remember the midnight when I could not sleep after I've carried the baby for almost 8 months, and I go to the hospital and they say the baby have no heartbeat. An afternoon, real afternoon, the doctor said, I cannot allow you to go home because it looked like the baby is rupturing in your belly. And so the theater was booked, so I have to stay there the whole day. Look at the mental torture. And after all this, you want to come take. Come and take, oh. Come and take, oh. Come and take. Come and take, oh. You are a good student too. Come take. Come take. When the man is sleeping and you can sense danger all around. When the enemy wants your husband killed. When a family member wants him killed. And in the middle of the night, you don't want to wake up your children. And so and tears is running down your face. Father, I cannot become a widow. I am too young. My husband drank soya milk, and the man nearly died on me. What will family members say? Hey, I took their son and I killed the man. And I'm crying and I'm weeping in the middle of the night. All of a sudden you see the man wear a suit. Mama, come and take. Come. I like it the way we say it in our local dialect. Befako. Befako. Come and come. Come now. Come take. If you come physically, I'll fight you. If you come spiritually, I'll fight you. Because you are not going to deny my children their father. You won't do it. I was denied my father. My mother was illiterate, a woman from nowhere because she's graduate. She came and took my father from us. My younger brother was 6 months old. Today he's 45. The one that comes 2 after me. The pain we have to endure, Papa. You are not going to deny my children their father. A woman who knows how to pray knows how to build a house. A man who is secured in their skin is not intimidated. My husband, everywhere I go, he's my number 1 supporter. Today, I want to say this to you. Every woman sitting here, every mother sitting here, I want you to put your right hand on your tummy for me. I'm going to hand over to Mommy in a few minutes. Put your hand on your tummy for me. Yeah, put your hand. Out of this here we call, in the stomach is something called womb. And the womb is one hostile place. The womb. maybe nobody have taken the time to teach you about the womb. It's one place very hostile. Why? Because everything that goes there want to survive. And so there is a war. And in the war, there was so much competition and fighting. But you won. That is the reason why you became a baby. And you came into the world. Why? Because you were fighting with a lot, but you came into being. A woman that devised their children is not a wise woman. A woman that will say, call her, insult her, and that's her sister. They come from your same womb. You are not a wise woman. A wise woman knows how to gather her children. Even when they don't agree, she knows how to make peace among her children. My youngest daughter, she's something else. Miracle. She was indeed a miracle. Because everything in heaven and in hell fought this girl from coming into existence. I woke up one day, Papa. One day, I'm 6 months pregnant and I'm sleeping on my stomach. It is never done. Papa, and I was fast asleep. When I woke up, I said, why am I sleeping on my stomach? Papa, guess what? My stomach was as flat as anything else. Where did my baby go? What happened? My husband is a witness. Where did my baby go? What happened? And my husband, I am screaming. The man is in the shower. He comes out of the shower with soap everywhere. I said, look at my stomach. I said, my baby is gone. I said, look at my stomach. My husband, cool and collected. It was a Sunday. He says, get ready, we are going to church. I said, you and which army? We are going to church. You and who? He says, we have to go to church. Papa, me knowing myself, I said, I am just going to just follow him for peace sake. I follow my husband to church. Papa, my inside was shaking. I said, Lord, everybody sees I'm pregnant. And I was still standing there leading worship. What are people going to say? I said, God, so you brought me this far? It looks like you have disappointed me. We went to church. The pastor, who have no idea what was going on, started prophesying. That says the Lord, what I have started, I will finish. He says it 3-4 times. What I have started, I will finish. He looks at me, I look at him. I said, if only this man knew this prophecy, it is the wrong time to give this prophecy, because the way I'm feeling, this is not the right time. After service, my husband said, let's go home. He said, we are not going home. We are going to eat. I said, there is something wrong with this man I married today. Let's go home. I want to go and put myself in a corner. You want us to go and eat? We went to the restaurant, Mama. We were sitting at the restaurant and they brought water. And my husband picked up the water. The man says, Lord, I turn this water into the blood. Higher. He gave me the water. Reluctant. I took 1 sip. I took 2. I took 3. I don't remember how many times I took the water. Then I hear boom. And I'm wondering, okay, what in God's name is that? Now all of a sudden, the baby is moving. It's like moving. And I looked down. I said, oh my God. Now, the baby that was nowhere to be found in the morning. I have gone to the labor ward, Papa, for 2 days. I was overdue for 2 weeks. Went to the labor ward for 2 days. They induced me for 2 days and the baby will not come. They said, well, we allowed you to get pregnant. Now let's see how you deliver the baby. An Indian doctor comes in and he says, well, we are looking at the monitor. It's not good. The heartbeat of the baby is going up and down. And so we have to do an immediate C-section. I said, let me think about it. By the grace of God, I say that with all humility. I can see small. The doctor left, Papa, and when the doctor was walking out, I see the tail of a crocodile. And I'm saying to myself, wow, this man came here to devour my baby. Then all of a sudden, a doctor, she was not even, remember, she was not even supposed to be in the hospital. She walks in there and she says, well, I'm looking, I know you. I say, you know me? My daughter doesn't like it at all. Say, I know you. I say, you know me? Say, you are the lady that gave birth to a 10-pound baby. What's your daughter's name again? I say, yeah, Priscilla. But I don't remember the lady. She comes in and she says, listen, I'm looking at the monitor and it's not good. Yeah, we have to do an emergency C-section. I said, are you the one going to do it? She says, yes. I said, well, okay. They take me in there. They prepare me. The baby comes out. A week after I go home, I get a letter from the doctor that she resigned from the hospital. The doctor that came to help me deliver, she resigned from the hospital. Is there a possibility that God sent her there at that particular time to help me deliver? And right after that, she resigned. Rise up. Put your hands still on your stomach. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless His holy name. I will bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless His If you are a mother, if you are a mother, if you are a father, put your hand on your stomach. You are going to pray for your children, the sons and the daughters that have come out of your womb. Listen, some of them have disappointed you. Some of them have broken your heart, but you are still their mother. Put your hand on your stomach and I want you to pray for your children before I hand over to the woman of the Lord. Oh, come on, put your hand on your stomach. Pray for your children. Speak. Speak. Even if you don't have children, whether your enemies like it or not, you will have children. Begin to speak. Come on.